Alright, ladies and germs, we've got the 2017 Harley Davidson Roadster 1200, all stock, under 1,000 miles. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of mods to it, get them handlebars up, sissy bar, pipes, air cleaner, all the stage 1 stuff, new mirrors, new everything, shorter pegs. But it's a beautiful day. We switched up this little tank cap. Whoa, heavy little bugger. Let's see here. It's only been 1 week with the bad boy. Let's see, we're still getting used to her. Listen to her. 3, 2, 1. Fire in the hole. Sound pretty nice. Beautiful day. Freaking hot out. 100 degrees. But the main thing so far since I rode it initially back from Fort Lauderdale, which was about 4 hours away, was the positioning of everything. I know it's like cafe style with these drag bars, but since I'm planning on taking this cross country, I want to get these bars. I bought a pair that go up 8 inches, back 6, maybe about right here. Hopefully that'd be great. And we're gonna switch up. I got new pegs, new clevis joint, new everything. We're gonna try to make this a long distance cruiser. That's the goal, because I want to take this cross country freaking from Florida down up to hopefully Pacific Northwest, Washington State. We'll see. Washington State, California, PCH. I don't know what's going on here. Well, that guy's trunk is wide open. Alright, we're going for it. Hold on to your assets. Well, coming from a Kawasaki Z900 RS Cafe, 6 gears, that had about 100 horsepower. This 5 gears, I believe 67 horsepower, weighs about 100 pounds more. You know, you can't compare apples and oranges, but that was a sweet bike. Nothing wrong with it. I have just always wanted a Harley Davidson, especially the Roadster. That's the name of the channel. I named it this back in COVID times. 2020 is when I started the channel. It's been 6 years, and I finally got this beautiful Roadster 1200. Bike of my dreams, literally. You know, they say never meet your heroes. This is one hero I was glad to meet. And it's just such a good sounding stock bike. My goodness. I was initially going to get the Vance & Hines short shots and do the stage 1 upgrades, which I will do eventually. But I think for this first road trip, I don't want to mess with any of the internals. Even if I lose just like 5 miles per gallon, I think I'm going to need every MPG, every mile of range if I'm going cross country on this thing. And I'm definitely got to make it more comfortable, maybe a different seat. I saw one by La Pera, I believe it was. It's like a real plush one, pushes you forwards a little bit. I don't know if I want that or not, we'll see. But I want the support. I got a sissy bar, which I can attach my my duffel bag to, and I got some saddlebag mounts, so that way the saddlebags don't interfere with the exhaust and the suspension back there. So I got to test all that out. Everything's in phase 1 planning right now. I've got all the parts, I think. I got to get everything installed. I need to get new tires for sure. Since this is 2017, this still has the original tires. Even though they had no miles on them, I don't believe it's safe to ride with 9-year-old tires. I believe they were actually 2016s on this, so 10-year-old tires. Regardless if they're how well they're kept, the maximum shelf life, you know, is exceeded. So I did find a pair of tires that fit. It's got a weird rear tire. It's like a 150 70 18 is the rear one. And there's only a few tires that come like that. And there was one that was the Pirelli Scorpion Trail 3s. They're a pretty penny. I mean, all tires and every motorcycle part's expensive, and you keep getting up there. But I mean, that one's supposed to have 90-10 on-road, off-road. So basically I'm not going off-road on it, but I guess that 10% can't hurt to have. And but this being my first Harley, it's interesting. The turn signals, you know, are not the traditional left control that you can manage the left, the right, and the cancel. These are left and right buttons accordingly, which is something. The actually engaging the clutch and shifting, you get this nice clunk. It's kind of funny. It doesn't necessarily promote aggressive riding, I'll say that politely, but it does feel good. I mean, it's got a hell of a lot of torque. It's a real torquey little bugger. And 1200 cc's of mean American muscle. Yeah, right. Now watch, I gotta take my hand off, click the right button, take my hand off, click it again. It's kind of a bitch signaling right. I could just use the traditional right hand signals, but I don't know about that. I guess I can get used to it. I'm getting used to it, don't worry about it. And you know, even though it's a Sportster, it's still the heaviest bike that I've ridden, you know, on the daily. So everything is an adjustment period, just like any new bike, any new car. But I tell you, listen to that. Ooh, even the stock, I didn't expect the stock to sound this good. Freaking like it. It's got so much torque. Oh, and that's why I think the other seat that I found that kind of has more lumbar support really will stop you from getting pulled back. It's funny, this has so much torque that it feels like it's ripping you off the bike. Now when I rode it on the highway, for sure, it definitely has, you can feel like any V-twin at the stop. See, my hands are vibrating. Well, after 4 hours on the saddle, it was definitely uncomfortable on my lower back and my hands just from the vibration. Since there's no 6th gear, it did surprise me though that it was able to stay, you know, around 70 miles per hour at only around 3,200 RPMs, which I was pleased about. You know, around 100 miles or so, the warning light would come on, which I believe gives you another 30-mile range. So it's like 130 per tank, 3.3 gallon tank. You can do the math on what the MPG is for that. But hear that? Oh, clunky, big clunks. I bought those handlebars and I bought tiny mirrors to go on top because the turn signals on this, the front turn signals are mounted so close that you can't flip the mirrors upside down, nor do I know if I want to because my handlebars would still not be that high, so I don't think I'd be able to see well unless I look under my armpit, which I don't know. But I've got a whole bunch of things on the way here. I'm excited to make the bike my own because, like I said, right now it's stock. The fella I bought it from said his wife, you know, didn't let him ride it. It was just in his garage for like 9 years. So I gotta do an oil change video coming up soon. I got all the oil change stuff. And then what else? Yeah, I'll try to take you on the journey with me. I think for this route, I want to head north from Florida towards Virginia, Blue Ridge Parkway, Shenandoah National Park. Ride that up, head west to Nashville, head west cross country towards Lake Colorado, get into the mountains, Yellowstone. My goal is to try to get to every national park in the United States. That's the first goal. And then we can start talking about other countries. But I am living la vida loca. I'm loving it right now. It's funny. It's like Harley Davidson's, at least this one. Some of it feels American. We'll say that. Like some of the parts, a lot of them are like little clips that are really fragile. Instead of like nice locking mechanisms, like to access the seat, you just use a screwdriver to unscrew the saddle. It's not like you stick your key in it and you unlock it like any normal motorcycle. No, you need to have a screwdriver, and then you get back there and you crank up the seat. Then you access the battery. Same thing, you gotta take some side panels off. You gotta do this, that, and the other. Whereas in a lot of other motorcycles, it's just right there. But I think that's what gives it its charm, right? A little charm, we'll put it at that. Character, that's the word I was looking for. It's got that Harley character, the passion. So you always gotta have some tools with you, which is always good to have anyways. But I'm excited to take this bike around the world. And the brakes are good, look at that. I believe there's dual disc brakes up front. It's pretty damn good. Inverted front forks too. So as far as a Harley, pretty good handling. Now this is air cooled, not a liquid cooled. So in Florida, whoo, man, it gets hot at these stoplights. Especially coming off the highway and you're sitting there just for a minute, you are boiling. So it is what it is. Anyways, stick with me, love you. Let's get some.